I'm going to be starting on the rebounder. I have my front foot, just the toe on the rebounder. I don't have much weight on that foot. And I'm going to be doing circles. And I'm circling toward my front leg. I'm circling toward my front leg for 4. And then I'm going to do some pulses, squat pulses for 4. So I'm doing hip circles toward my front leg, and then I'm going to do some pulse squats. Now I have my feet together and I'm just going to do some tucks. I'm doing some tucks. Remember that the stability part of it with our feet together, the closer they are together, the more you are challenged on the rebounder. Okay, on the other side, the front foot's, I'm going to be on my toe, so not much weight on there. I'm putting all my weight on the back one. I'm going to do 4 hip circles toward that leg, and then I'm going to do a pulsing semi-squat, I would call it, that you're just going down a little bit. But the whole time that you're doing the circles and the squats, you are engaging your pelvic floor muscles, your glutes, and your abdominal muscles. feet together in a little bit of a semi-squat, and I'm just moving my hips side to side as I'm engaging my pelvic floor muscles and my glutes and my abdominals. Feet together, hands above our heads, and we're going to be doing circles in one direction. So we're just circling. And if you have a difficult time with your feet together, take your feet apart, maybe to shoulder width, and it will make it easier. It won't be as challenging. Pausing, now I'm going to go in the other direction, Okay, now I have my feet farther apart than shoulder width, and I'm doing a slow, exaggerated circle one way. So side, thrust forward, side, and then back. Make sure that you're keeping all your muscles engaged that we've talked about. Your glutes, your core, and your pelvic floor muscles. Now I'm just going to be thrusting forward and then back, forward and then back. See, I have my knees bent, but I'm thrusting forward and then I'm going back. I'm just holding that position and I'm really bending my knees forward. Okay, now I'm facing the wall, but I'm going to do the same type of move so that you can see it from a side view. From a side view. I do have my feet a little bit, well, maybe less than shoulder width apart. And now I'm going to pulse down as I'm engaging my core, my glutes, and my pelvic floor. Now I'm just holding that. I'm just going to hold that position. Feet a little bit more in shoulder width apart, semi-squat, and I'm going to do circles in one direction in the semi-squat position. Okay, now I'm going to go in the other direction. Circle in the other direction. Okay, bringing my hands down to the mat, and I'm squatting down a little bit. And I'm just pulsing, but the whole time I'm squatting and I'm pulsing like I am, I'm really engaging my glutes. Now I'm going up and down, and my pelvic floor muscles. Squatting is really good for the pelvic floor. Those have helped me all these years after birthing 10 children. That's really helped keep my core and my pelvic floor muscles strong. That's what we want, strong. Okay, I'm just going back and forth in that squat position with my hands on the mat, and I'm engaging the pelvic floor muscles. Now I am going to put my front foot right behind my back foot, like kind of a semi-lunge. It's not a lunge, but back a little bit. And I'm just going to tuck from this position and then squat. Tuck and then do a little squat down. This is where you're really going to have to engage your muscles to keep your balance. That's where the instability of the rebounder comes in. I put my foot back a little bit, and then I am going to be doing some small pulses in this position. Now we're on the other side, same thing. I'm putting the front foot behind the back foot, and then I'm going to do I have to get adjusted. I have to be just so a tuck and then a little bit of a squat. Okay, the back foot back just a little bit with your just on the toe, and then we're going to do tiny pulses. You can barely see it. A lunge, we're going to have the foot back, but we're going to have it over a little bit. And I am going to be doing some circles. This is very challenging in a lunge position and being on the unstable surface of the rebounder. I'm not going to do that many in one direction. See, I did 10, then I'm going to go the other direction. Now I'm on the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to circle in this lunge position, 10 one way, and then pause and do 10 the other direction. I'm facing toward the wall. I have my back foot in front of my front foot, and I'm going to bend over and I'm going to hold on to the rim, and I'm just going to move my hips side to side as I'm engaging my pelvic floor and my glutes, and I still keep my abdominal muscles engaged. Now I'm going to have the front foot forward and do the same thing. I'm just going to move my hips side to side as I'm engaging the muscles we talked about, the pelvic floor, your glutes, and your abdominals. We will be kneeling on the rebounder, and I'm kneeling on my front knee, and I'm going to hold on to the rim, and I'm just doing circles in one direction. And this is where I'm especially engaging my pelvic floor muscles. I'm keeping them engaged throughout the whole video, but this is really gonna be working and you have to hold on tight. So I'm gonna circle in one direction and then I will pause and then go in the other direction. Now I'm going in the other direction with the circles. Circles are done, then I'm going to come up and do a tuck. I'm going to bring my front leg up and I'm going to push back on the rim, and then I'm going to do a slight tucking of the pelvic floor muscle. Now I have the front foot forward and I am going to be doing the circles in one direction. Okay, now I'm going in the other direction, Okay, now I'm going to come up and do the same thing I did on the other side. A slight tucking and coming up. We'll be doing some circles on our knees. I'm going to circle in one direction. Make sure you're coming back into each side and then you're tucking up forward. Now I'm going in the other direction, Okay, now I am going to reach back with my back arm, touch my foot, and then bring my arm above my head or over to the side. And that's going to work your quadriceps, but it's going to work your core, your back, your glutes. Keep all the same muscles engaged. Your pelvic floor, your glutes, and your abdominal muscles. Now, when we come over, I'm going to hold that pose. I'm going to hold that. Okay, now I'm going to do it to the other side. I'm touching my foot with my front hand and bringing my opposite arm up over toward that side of my body. Now I'm just going to hold that like I did on the other side. Now I'm just going to be sitting back onto my lower legs and then tucking forward. Sitting back and then tucking forward. Now we're going to lean back and just touch our feet and then hold that position. I don't hold it for very long, and if you can't go back that far, don't even try. Just lean back as far as you can. Do what you're comfortable with. Since that last move really worked the lower back, I'm stretching out the lower back right now. and I'm just doing tucks, abdominal tucks. And I'm holding that up. And it always feels good on the lower back. We are almost finished.